It is our first episode of the new year. Welcome 2025 and 5D true lovers and life partners and more. So get ready to sit down, relax. We got some lovely stuff going on, and I'm going to first of all read to you. It's a mix of food for thought, channeled guidance, perspectives, and 5D mystic here in the Enlightenment Soul Age group. And I'm a functional inner child adult who lives mindfully, spiritually, and loves as my true self. That's why we build genuine relationships. So we don't do the in and out. Nope, that we know is not going anywhere. Okay, so 5D mystic empowered feminine and masculine healthy adult relationships with a true lover and life partner is on the menu. And as I told you and shared with you yesterday, 3D, 4D, they have their own stuff going on. Okay, so with that being said, 1 second as I take what I wrote out, and that's from our, again, channeled guidance messages and food for thought. Also, please do know I support personal development, inner growth, and that's through the mindset and the mindfulness practices and the mindset skills that you get to have from our one-to-one mentorship or in the future masterclass. Sign up for that. Spiritual retreats will be something that we discuss as they get to unfold, but you sign up for that too. So you are a lover and or life partner material when you do know internal secure attachment. That's at least for the 5D collective. Okay, so it's not meant to be a one and only group, but there's people who are not going to want to join us. So again, a lover and life partner material person for the 5D collective is somebody who's mindfully, spiritually living and loving as an internally securely attached person, or they're pursuing inner secure attachment, because obviously we all have different places that we come from. When, on the other hand, a mystic and person dismisses healing trauma and pursuing a whole healed self, we won't waste time in the relationship romantically, because these mystics and individuals lead in unhealthy ways and have low self-esteem, dysregulated mannerisms they don't address. They are not lovers or life partner material because they will bring to you basically what is codependent type behavior, and they don't want to address it, like I said. So the 5D collective adult relationships, we heal and we are together and pursue healthy self life and true lover life partnerships, because that's how we roll. Because inside of us we have gooey ooey ooey. Okay, and that's because we know how to self regulate in our non-reactive social engagement system. We choose this. It's mindfulness living. It's mindset skills. It's mindset practices that Zen master doesn't know how to do it. Okay, so this is the part of why you don't have to choose this. Robert Sapolsky says we have no free will and that we've been determined. I beg to differ, because I know a bunch of people that are working with anybody who wants to heal their first 3 years of life and more, their first 8, and not play out karma and do dharma. Now, these are not bad words. I'm going to again read to you, and this is Maria's way of interpreting things. Please, food for thought, not dictionary stuff, no lists. So we're going to take a look at the Wild Unknown Archetype deck cards to explore this topic. And we're going to look at the lover and the siren. Please note, we are not using their descriptions from the guidebook per se. I'll show you the guidebook in a minute. Just the images and the gist of these two archetypes. Furthermore, we do not apply the cards to people and dehumanize people or our relationships or any of that which is using dehumanizing narratives of the archetypes the way 4D mystics do in their readings, and people who are also not mystics but they think that they can demonize human beings who instead need healing, not demonization. We don't give passes to anybody either. So the 4D mystics in their readings, channeled guidance messages, you'll notice that they don't talk to you about your oversoul and what you're experiencing with practical anything. So we use the archetypes and tarot and oracle, and whenever I'm doing any of this, as a way to look at something that I'm tapping into in our sphere, but also because these are very beautiful tools, guides. I mean, I'm a mystic again. So point is, though, we look at them humanly speaking as they could be applied in real life relationships and scenarios with self-help and personal development in mind. Okay, that's what I'm doing at least. And as a mystic, I know why those mystics who call us names don't like us, and they can continue to be their dysregulated pseudo-alive in their insurmountable journey, who are disrespecting, in my personal subjective opinion, all of our ancestors. as they even do predictions that are unnecessary and that are scary and mean, and disregard again that every 8 billion and plus grown human being has an inner child inside, and if they don't know how to bring forth their kindness and their self-regulation in non-reactivity, they need a therapist. And anybody who begs to differ, well, again, that's why we have differences. So, determined, he says, the first 3 years of their life, like any other smart therapist, will tell you about the 0 8 year old. So I don't deal with karma people in a way of, oh my God, let me reject you. No, my facade friend is a perfect example. Okay, so the lover leads with the seed that gives you integrity, which involves being yourself with healed childhood trauma and or never having lost yourself, your child parts, and the pure essence of love that comes with them. You lead life with healthy self-soothing and regulating habits, and keep your unhealthy habits in check with healthy self-worth others alongside you. That's why all of our relationships matter. And here's the lovers. We looked at that one yesterday. Now, for the siren, and remember, you cannot heal trauma with the wrong people, so stay away from negative and stupid people with low self-esteem and unhealthy self-soothing behaviors and unhealthy self-regulating, because they will only support the unhealthy habits versus support you to get healed and to work with you. Again, we all have things that we do. I was a smoker. Now I just smoke cigars because I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I know people who smoke. I'm not going to give them a hard time. I drink wine. Some people drink alcohol. Again, we moderation and not exaggeration. Okay, so the siren, she leads, he or they, with the seed that sustains lost integrity, which comes from a paused self due to unhealed and ignored childhood trauma and maladaptive patterns of behavior that are unhealthy self-soothing habits, unchecked and perpetuated with others who have the same unhealthy habits. Instead of taking maladaptive patterns of behaviors seriously and correcting course with a good therapist and or willpower, because they can be one and or both, they're ignored by the person and mystic and or others around them, so everybody involved. Mystics and people who continue maladaptive patterns of behaviors without accountability, awareness, or the willpower to get out of the unhealthy self-soothing habits and patterns will sustain unhealthy lifestyles and continue using the adaptive child, low self-esteem, indirect communication, passive-aggressive, codependent, blamers, martyrs, and superiors mannerisms, conversational style and or styles and behavior modalities in life and their relationships. And this is why they are not lovers or life partners for our 5D collective of mystics and people. The siren can be considered emotionally unavailable mystics and people who lead every step of life and relationships with unhealed and ignored childhood trauma and or emotional charged wounds that don't get witnessed, processed, and let go of in healthy self-soothing and self-regulating ways. That Zen master doesn't know how to work his laundry. Just saying. So he's already given up and says, I'm always going to have suffering this way. He gave up. He didn't do the choo-choo train, get to the Christmas land with children and just know that, yeah, of course we all have emotions, but your nervous system in its social engagement and the emotion when you're doing the prefrontal lasts 90 seconds. That's a cycle of emotion. So again, the smart individuals are coming together for a reason. The lover can be considered emotionally available and mature mystics and people who lead every step of life and relationships with healed and or addressed trauma because of choosing self-awareness, accountability, and regulating in healthy self-worth, soothing and functional inner child, adult, mindfully, spiritually, lifestyle, and mindset ways. At the end of the day, for the lover of our 5D collective of mystics and mindfully, spiritually living and loving people, all of our relationships matter for inner and outer well-being and to help mystics and people who are healing their maladaptive patterns of behaviors that started with their childhood trauma and or other events that took place in their life. The 5D collective bring forth healthy adult relationships that heal trauma for those who want it and genuine healthy self-worth relationships. We lead with dharma, not karma, and we'll have some stories in the next episode. This one, I'm going to allow myself to wrap it up so that you can have time to contemplate. And just remember, cultivating lifelong relationships are securely attached and authentic. Doesn't matter if a person's 3D, 4D. Healthy self-worth people of 5D know how to have healthy relationships at all times. And this is the book But I don't use the book always, you know this. However, we did read some of that the other day, yesterday. In the meantime, thank you for stopping by. We'll be back again with some stories, and I might reiterate a little bit of this. So if you do tune into the next one, just bear with me, as some people don't tune into all the episodes. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful new year. First day, and as we move forward, more days. So we'll be back again shortly.